Hi, welcome back. I'm Linwood Fields, your green instructor. Today, we're going to look at multiplication. The objectives: know the mechanics of multiplication, know what factors are, know what a product is, know what a solar cell, a solar module, a solar array, and a solar farm are. Know what wind turbines do. Be able to explain renewable energy. Of course, these three bullets here are not part of your standard fifth grade math, but these are consistent with my fifth grade green math book. So we like to think of green, or we like to associate green and renewable energy. The motivation: by the fifth grade, we know that subtraction is the opposite of addition. We know that division is the opposite of multiplication. In a nutshell, we can think of addition as increasing the total number of objects and subtraction as decreasing the total number of objects. We can think of multiplication with numbers greater than 1 as increasing the total number of objects, and we can think of division with numbers greater than 1 as decreasing the number of objects. This chapter focuses on multiplication and assumes no prior knowledge or experience with multiplication, except it's expected that you know the multiplication tables 0 through 12. We will develop multiplication skills and also give an intuitive picture of multiplication. And most importantly, students will gain the confidence needed to attack multiplication problems. Consistent with the goal of this book, we want the student to leave this chapter with an appreciation of why we need multiplication in mathematics, and with as little confusion as possible about multiplication. Let's look at multiplying whole numbers. This lecture focuses on the mechanics of multiplication. Okay, let's look at the notation here. This raised x means multiply. 15 times 3, or 15 multiplied by 3, or 3 multiplied by 15. Here, 15 is one factor, 3 is another factor. These numbers that we're multiplying together, these are called the factors. The answer we get when we multiply is called the product. We're going to see that the product of 15 and 3 is 45. Example 1. Let's assume that your grandmother gave you $15 one week for helping her chop her garden. She gave your big brother Troy 3 times more money than she gave you because Troy helped much longer. How much money did she give Troy? Well, first of all, we recognize this as a multiplication problem, and the secret is the word times. Times mean we multiply. So 3 times Troy's, 3 times your money is 3 times $15. You received 15, Troy received 3 times that amount. So that means we multiply 15 by 3. Okay, step 1. We're going to write the two factors as shown here. Place the factor with the largest value on top. So 15 is larger than 3, so we put 15 on top. Make sure the ones placed of both numbers align. The ones placed in 15 is the 5. 3 is the ones place because 3 is in the ones place here. So we see that the 3 and the 5 align vertically. Step 2, starting with the rightmost digit of the bottom number. In this case, the bottommost number is 3 and it only has one digit. So we're going to start with 3. Multiply by the top number from right to left. So going from 5 to 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and multiply this 3 by the top number starting from right to left. 3 times 5 is 15. Now we place the 15 that we just got is not this 15 here, is this 15, 1, 5. 1, 5, that's 15. Now the 5 in 15 is in the ones place because we're in the ones place with the number 15. We put the 5 in the ones column. We carry the 1 over to the tens column. The 1 here in the number 15 is in the tens column. So for this 15, 1, 5 here, we carry the 1 over to the tens column. So again, we place the 5 here under the ones column and carry the 1 over to the tens column. Step 3. Now we multiply 3 times the next digit in the upper number. So the next digit is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, so, but we have to add this 1 that we carried from the previous step to 3. 3 times 1 is 3, plus this 1 here is 4. So we place this answer in the tens place. So we place this answer one digit to the left of the answer we wrote down in the previous step. So we're going from right to left, ones place, and now we start recording in the tens place. Now notice that there is nothing to carry because 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 is less than 10. There is nothing to carry. But over here, when we multiply 3 times 5, we got 15. We had to write the 5 down and carry the 1. This time, 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 is less than 10, so there's nothing to carry. We are finished because there are no more digits in the top number, and we only had one digit in the bottom number. So if we have, in the next example, we're going to see that for every digit we have in the bottom number, we're going to generate one number under the horizontal line. So 15 times 3 is 45. Or we can say that the product of 15 and 3 is 45. So Troy will be receiving $45 from Grandma. Example 2 leads into renewable energy. Solar cells convert sun energy, also known as solar energy, into electricity. Solar is another one of those clean and renewable energy sources. So please see problem 17 for more information on renewable energy. The sun's energy is renewable because the sun will always shine. Of course, the sun does not shine at night. Well, it does shine at night. It just doesn't shine at every location on the Earth's surface at night. It is renewable, again, because the sun would always shine at some location. And just a matter of time before it shines at the location where it was dark at. A solar module is a collection of solar cells that are electrically connected to each other. A solar panel is 2 or more solar modules that are connected electrically. Now, a solar array is simply a collection of solar panels that are connected electrically at some point. And then a solar farm consists of multiple solar arrays. These concepts are illustrated in the next slide. So let's go ahead and give Sandra a hand for introducing us to solar cells. Sandra is the solar expert. Here we see one solar cell. Connect many solar cells together and you get a solar module. Here we see 1, 2, 3, 4 solar modules connected together, and that makes a solar panel. Now, this is one solar panel, and this is another solar panel. So 2 or more solar panels make a solar array. In this picture here, multiple arrays, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 arrays make up a solar farm. So here we see this solar farm consists of 7 arrays, and they just so happen to be positioned on some very beautiful green grass. Photovoltaics is the science or the technical name for solar cells, how in terms of their science. So, but we often use solar cells and photovoltaics interchangeably. This diagram down here helps to demonstrate the basic theory of how photovoltaics or solar cells work. Photons, here represented by yellow, blue, and green squiggly lines, those are the pieces of the sun's light energy. The photon hit the solar cells in the solar panel, and they free up electrons, represented by the green dots in the wire here. So these electrons do work on the wires. This is a wire, this is a light bulb, and this is a wire. So the electrons do work on the wires and the filament wire in the light bulb. Now this right here is the filament inside of this light bulb. The work done on the wires cause the wires to heat up. The work done on the filament wire causes the filament wire to heat and to also give off light. Now, no matter what the solar module is connected to, remember, it is the electrons that do the useful electrical work. If the module was connected to a motor, the electrons are what would be doing the work that causes the motor to turn. In this picture here, this is a real solar module. Example 2. Here's the problem related to the last slide. Each one of my solar modules has the potential to output 215 watts of electrical power. Now, assume that someone wanted to make a medium-sized solar farm and bought 620 of these solar modules. What is the total amount of electrical power that their system can output? So we're going to have to recognize that this is a multiplication problem because one key is the word total. Total means that you're summing something up. And because it is true what we said earlier, multiplication is just a quick way of doing addition. So this kind of tells us that we're going to be adding or multiplying. So the fact that one of these modules outputs 215 watts but we have 620 of them, it's kind of intuitive that we need to add 215 620 times, but we would much rather do it the easy way and multiply 215 by 620. So let's go ahead and get started. Step 1, write the two factors as shown below. So again, we place the factor with the largest value on top. 620 is larger than 215, so 620 goes on top. Make sure that the ones placed of both numbers align. The ones placed in 620 is a 0. The ones placed in 215 is a 5. So we make sure these align, and they do. Step 2, starting with the rightmost digit in the bottom number, 215, the rightmost digit is a 5. We multiply by the top number from right to left. We're going to multiply 5 by each one of these digits. 5 times 0 is 0. Because in this top number here, we're dealing with the ones place. 5 times 0 is 0. We put the answer, which is 0, in the ones column. Then we go to the next number, which is in the tens place. 5 times 2 is 10. So we write down the 0 in the tens column because this 2 is in the tens column. And the 1 digit in 10, this 1 here, we have to carry it over to the hundreds place. So 5 times 2 is 10. Where's the 10 at? This 1 here plus this 0. Imagine this 0 is up here. This 1 and this 0 is 10. We put the 0 in the tens column. We carry the 1 over to the hundreds column. And we put it above the 6. Now we move to the third digit. So we multiply 5 times 0, and then we multiply 5 times 2. And now we continue moving from right to left. We multiply 5 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30. And we have to add the 1 that we carried from the previous multiplication. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 1 is 31. Okay. We write the 1 down in the hundreds column because the 6 and 620 is the hundreds place. We write the 3 down in the thousands place. Now notice that there is no number to the left of 6. So just imagine that there is a 0 to the left of this 6. So we place the 3 above this imaginary 0. So let's go ahead and just write a 0 there. Okay, that's a 0 right here. And we can also put 1 in front of the 2 here so that we know that we are dealing with the thousands column. So we put the 3 above this imaginary 0. Now we bring the 3 down. 3 plus 0 plus 0 is 3. And we erase this 1 here. So this 1 is gone, and we brought this 3 down, and this is what we end up with. So we end up with 3,100. Now we are ready to move to the 1 in the second number. Remember, the bottom number of the second number is 215. So we multiplied the 5 by each one of these digits. Now we move to the left, we multiply 1 by each one of these digits. Also, because the 1 in 215 is in the tens place, we will start placing our result under the green 0 that is in the tens place in 3100. So we're in this number right here, 3100, the 0 is in the tens place. So when we start multiplying 1 times 620, we're going to start placing our result up under this green 0 because this 1 here is in the tens place. So let's move down here. So 1 times 0 is 0. Put the 0 up under this 0 here because this is the tens column. 1 times 2 is 2. So we put the 2 to the left of the 0 in the hundreds column. Now 1 times 6 is 6. We put the 6 to the left of the 2 in the thousands column. So notice each time we write a digit down in the result, we move one place to the left. Step 4. Now we move to the 2 in the number 215. Again, we're going to multiply this number by each one of these digits in the first number. Also, because the 2 is in the hundreds place, this is the hundreds place, we will start placing our result under the 2 in 620. So this is the hundreds place. Now in the number 620, the 2 is in the tens place, but if it would help you, just imagine that we have a 0 right here. So let's go ahead and put in a 0 there. Okay, so now we see that this 2 and this number here is in the hundreds place. So we're going to start placing our result in this column this time. Okay, let's move down. Let's continue down here. 2 times 0 is 0. We put the 0 up under the hundreds place right here. 2 times 2 is 4. We put the 4 one place left of this 0. We put the 4 in the thousands place. 2 times 6 is 12. 1, 2. The 2 in 12 is written in the 10,000s place. And remember, the 10,000s place is just one digit to the left of 3100, or it's one digit to the left of the 3 in 3100. It's also one digit to the left of the 6 in this number. So we are finished with the multiplying part of this problem because we had 3 digits in the bottom number and we generated 1, 2, 3 numbers in our intermediate step. So we generate 1, 2, 3 numbers because we got 1, 2, 3 digits in the bottom number. So however many numbers you have in the bottom number, that's how many different numbers you're going to have in the intermediate step. So we're finished with the multiplying part of this problem. Now we draw a horizontal line under 1,240. So we draw a horizontal line under 1,240, and we're talking about this horizontal line here. And add all the columns between the two horizontal lines. So we're going to add the numbers between these two horizontal lines. Let me go ahead and draw in the columns. Or separate the columns. Okay, I'm doing the best I can here. That's one column to the right of the red line. And let's use a different color for the next column. That is another column to the right of the blue line. And let's use a different color for the next column. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, and then let's go to the next column. And let's go to the last column. Well, let's separate the last column. Okay. Okay, so it is these three numbers that we're adding. And if it will help, let's go ahead and put in a 0 here, a 0 here, and a 0 here. Those are just placeholders. And we're going to add all of the numbers in each column. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. We write down the 3 and carry the 1 over to the next column. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus nothing is 1. So 620 times 215 is 133,300. Therefore, 133,300 watts of electrical power can be produced from this renewable and non-polluting solar energy source. So let me go ahead and erase these lines. So again, the important thing about the mechanics of multiplication is every digit in the bottom number is going to generate a number between the horizontal lines. So the 5 generated this number when we multiplied it by 620. The 1 generated this number right here. And let me finish erasing here. And the 2 generated this number. So that's basically the mechanics of multiplication. So you can multiply any number of digits by any other number of digits using this technique. Summary. Factors are the numbers being multiplied. The product is the number you get after you multiply. Solar cells convert sun energy or solar energy into electricity. Renewable energy or a renewable energy source is energy or an energy source that can be replenished in less than 100 years. Practice problem 17 has more information on renewable energy. Wind turbines use the renewable wind to generate electricity. See problem 17. These are the practice problems. Now, in this practice problem, you are introduced to wind turbines by the wind expert named Wendy. This link here has great 5th grade math activities and problems. So for additional practice, please go to this link. Go to Math on the 5th grade. Thanks for your time. I will see you at the next lecture. Good day.